Wales could soon have its first UFC champion. Over the recent years, the country has produced a wave of talent, and among them is Mason Jones, a fighter whose journey through mixed martial arts has been nothing short of a roller coaster. An undefeated 10-0 record and a 2-weight class Cage Warriors champion, Mason Jones signed to the UFC, but his first run lasted just 2 years. After the tough break in the world's best organization, he has now battled his way back into the spotlight with 4 straight wins and 3 of them being before the final bell. Today we're diving into the highs, lows, and highlights of Mason Jones' incredible MMA journey.
Oh, Till's out! It's over! It's over! It's over! That's what I'm saying, boy! Oh! He got dropped! It's over! It's over! Munoz! Oh my God!
Mason Jones has shown an unwavering loyalty to Cage Warriors since making his professional debut in October of 2017. From the very start, he looked like a future star, racking up 4 straight wins that earned him a co-main event slot on a Welsh Cage Warriors card in late 2019. Jones seized that moment, delivering a first-round finish over an 8-1 Polish opponent. The fight was a back-and-forth brawl, a fan-favorite bout where Mason Jones had to fight through some adversity early, ultimately battling his way back to get the finish and solidifying himself as one of Wales' brightest prospects. His next 4 fights would all see him either headline or co-headline Cage Warriors events across the United Kingdom. And with back-to-back unanimous decision wins in his 7th and 8th fights, Jones built serious momentum heading into 2020. When then lightweight champion Jai Herbert left for the UFC, it opened a door for Jones to compete for the vacant title at Cage Warriors 113 in Manchester, a huge opportunity in an already skyrocketing career. Mason Jones wouldn't falter on the opportunity. In the peak of COVID with no fans, he would defeat Joe McColgan in the first round with his patented clinch knees, earning himself a first-round TKO win and also capturing the Cage Warriors vacant lightweight title, getting his first taste at gold in the European brand before going on to main event Cage Warriors 116, going up to the welterweight division to take on a 12-1 Adam Proctor for the Cage Warriors welterweight title. And Mason Jones would again land a TKO finish before the first 5 minutes concluded, landing a TKO with punches in the very first round. The UFC would be so impressed with the performance that they would bring him in for a fight night card to take on Mike Davis at 155 pounds. And as mentioned, the UFC career would not be super impressive. He would actually lose his debut fight via unanimous decision, but the fight would earn UFC Fight of the Night bonus honors. But even in defeat, you wouldn't have expected Mason Jones to have been cut in the near future, because this was a 15-minute highlight reel for both fighters, teeing off on each other. The fight went back and forth, with Mason Jones pursuing the center of the cage and Mike Davis showing power and great boxing. This fight was absolutely remarkable, and not something you would knock Mason Jones for, with the fight being razor close, landing over 215 combined significant strikes, and really being a banger fight in front of no audience due to COVID. He would then take on Alan Patrick and would unfortunately go to a no contest due to an eye poke, but then Mason Jones would land a win over David Onama, and that win has definitely aged very well, with Onama defeating Giga Chikadze in the last fight for him. But nonetheless, he would go on to lose to Ludwig Klein in his first real UFC fight in front of fans at the O2 Arena in Manchester. And that would ultimately get him cut from the UFC in 2022, where he would return to the European Cage Warriors brand to take on some regional opponents and try and fight his way back to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And fight his way back is exactly what he would do. On the main card of Cage Warriors 158, he would land a ground and pound finish, and then he would land back-to-back finishes, with both finishes coming in the second round at 155 pounds. And then in his final fight for Cage Warriors, in a co-main event against a 7-0 prospect, he would again prove that he is a UFC caliber fighter, defeating Michael Pagani via unanimous decision in 2024. And now we get the return of Mason Jones to the Ultimate Fighting Championship, where he'll take on another returning fighter. But in the other corner, it's going to be veteran Jeremy Stevens, who took a break, went to Bare Knuckle FC and absolutely dominated there, before now returning to the Ultimate Fighting Championship and being the return welcome fight for Mason Jones. This fight has the absolute makings to be a banger. I believe both fighters have the capability of taking the dub in this one, so let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Mason Jones is actually heavily favored going into the contest, but let me know your opinion in the comments section below. If you enjoyed, remember to smash the like button, subscribe to Combat Sports Central, and I will see you in the next one.